Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So young Sephiroth has dropped and it is time for a hype. The better question here is who isn't pulling for Sephiroth, right? You can even check out my draws right above there. They were pretty epic. The stoke is running high today. I got great pulls. Let's take a look at the items we got here. So, of course, we have the new young Sephiroth and a DPS weapon for him. It is magic based and it is an ice weapon. And this is going to be great in the upcoming ranking event, which has been postponed. And quite frankly, I don't mind at all. I could really use that time to prepare more. I'm not quite where I want to be. I'm still farming out those summon quests, etc. So that buys me some time. I have been progressing the account quite a bit though. My weapons are looking really good. Yeah, so in any case, here are the stats for max, and we can expect this to be a top tier DPS weapon for now. And of course, like I said, we have something to use it on, right? A reason to pull for it. And then, of course, the gear that's going to synergize with that. Magic attack and ice ability damage. So think about that when you're stacking your R abilities. I would go for magic attack, ice potency, whatever you can to kind of stack them to the tier that you need. Depends on what you have, of course. I know I have to get into my bank and upgrade a bunch of magic attack weapons that I have not yet. I kind of only have like one of them, one of the Tifa fists. All right, so, yep, so that's Sephiroth's gear. Now, you can go ahead and update your wish list. The good news is we have some of these summer items are in here, so that's great. They weren't limited, but Sephiroth has a whole slew of weapons, and I would recommend putting this in your wish list because, look, it has a magic attack buff. And I talked about in my last video how we don't have many offensive buffs yet. But look at this. It does go up to a high, max potential high, max potency high. So that's really good. Now, this is important. You should check out my last video because I talked about debuff stacking, and it applies to buffs too. There's a setting over here. You know, we got time. Let's go to game data settings. You should watch my video too, but go to battle and then make sure that's turned on right there. That way it will display the tiers of debuffs and buffs. So it'll indicate with arrows whether it's low, medium, or high potency. Very, very important. And of course, I'll put that in the description and in the card there. But yeah, so we have a buff that he could be a great second weapon. So you could buff your own magic attack and then unleash the nuke from the featured weapon. And then, yeah, we have a whole roster of weapons for him. All right, magic defense debuff weapon here. Max potency mid. And they actually gave this to us for free. That's cool. I actually got a dupe of it too. And then, okay, generic physical attack, AoE, so kind of a wave clearing weapon. Here's the one I mentioned. This is the one I want the most. All right, physical attack debuff, max potency high, very nice. Fire AoE, lightning AoE. Oh, let's see. Physical defense increased, regen, and a heal. So kind of whatever there. And then non-elemental, which comes in handy. There are certain bosses that do not allow like elements. They resist elements. So, you know, like Cloud's Apocalypse is good. This would be good for that. Okay, and then, yeah, we have Lucia as an Ice Breach skill that goes up to max potency high. Once again, in my last video, I talked about how that stacks. So if you're using just the materia, you can spam the materia to prolong that debuff, but it will not add potency to it. You have to have a weapon like this. To reach high potency, you can either cast this one twice, make sure they overlap, or you can cast the materia first and then this. And like I said in the video, the good news is you don't need the materia. If you have this, you don't need the materia. Same thing with Red's collar that gives the lightning resist down. So I think the priority should be on Sephiroth's weapon, but this is great to have in there too. Maybe you get lucky because it is featured, and I don't know about going to the 3rd page of stamps to get this if you didn't get it, but kind of a luxury item, but can prove to be extremely powerful for that reason of being able to stack it, get that max potency to high. And again, I demonstrate that in my last video. Check that out. All right, so where are we at with the summons up here? Let me skip through this just a little bit more. Cool, so I got that dupe there, very nice. And then dupe of Apocalypse for Cloud. And I think that was kind of it. So we all got Sephiroth at level 24, which is nice. Maybe we'll be seeing that kind of thing happening. Oh, you see there, I did get the gear. Maybe we'll be seeing that happening when new characters are released so that we don't have to slog through, you know, a level 1, upgrading them from level 1. And I did go ahead and try him in battle. This is Ifrit Hard 1. And now I did max that weapon. I 90'd it right away and I have 3 overboosts on it. But Sephiroth here is only level 24. Okay, almost 5,000 there. Animation's really cool too. You see the streaks on the ground. Yep, 6,000 there. And I'm now clearing this way faster than I was with my previous, like, you know, level 50 characters. So Sephiroth is strong out of the gate here. I can't wait to level him up more. And yeah, this battle became trivial. Hopefully I can bump it up to very hard soon. Cool. Well, that's about it. I am mega stoked on the new Sephiroth. I want to know what you think. How'd your polls go? If you're pulling, I wish you the best of luck. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this banner and everything here. If you haven't yet, hit like and sub. All of that stuff helps me grow, and I'm about to cross 1,000. I'm so stoked on that. I really appreciate all of the new subs. Gotten almost 100 new subs in the last few weeks. Of course, you're here for Ever Crisis, and I will continue covering Nier Reincarnation as well. So for those of you that are here for Nier, don't worry, have no fear. I plan on covering both games. Thanks again, as always, for the support and everything. That'll be it for this one. I will see you in the next one.